Welcome to another amazing news about the royal family on Hot Vibes. Prince Harry's book could be the beginning of the end for the royals, Charles's biographer warns. Catherine Mayer says anger at racism, misogyny and wealth in the royal family can undermine public support for a monarchy. Please guys, before we continue, I will appreciate if you subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click on the notification bell. The absolutely disastrous impact of the attacks on the behavior of the royal family in the Duke of Sussex's new memoir is ignored, according to Catherine Mayer, a royal analyst and biographer of King Charles. The premature release of the Spanish edition of Spare has thrown a spotlight on personality conflicts, some of which have been fueled by the royal publicity machine, and this could threaten the constitutional monarchy, whether the British public calls for such a change or not. Mayer believes. It could be something that marks the beginning of the end of the monarchy, and that's what we should be talking about. This is important given the current lack of trust in the state and an increase in right-wing politics. Members of the royal family have become our proxies for anger at racism, misogyny and wealth. After all, this is an institution that stands out, so there's a lot at stake because of inequality. Mayer, whose book The Heart of a King faced similar security leaks and pre-publication distortions when it was published in 2015, argues that the fundamental questions raised, allegations of bullying, racism and misogyny, as well as class divisions perpetuated by the monarchy, will eventually conspire to undermine the basis of consent on which the royal family rules if left unaddressed, she predicts. There is a common misconception that this is a light story about a British tourist attraction. The polarization on either side of the line is presented as a defense of the monarchy, but it is not, Mayer said. Government institution with significant powers and funding from taxpayers. Whether you are for or against the monarchy, you deserve serious consideration. The author first condemned the confrontational tone in much of the media coverage of the row in a tweet on Saturday morning, writing, "It's like British journalism has been stung by criticism of Prince Harry went to the pub and drank 17 pints of beer and came out swaying, staggering and screaming. You think that was bad look? Spare part. Charles II initiates a truce of sorts. This brings back the aftermath of his first marriage, and questions about Queen Camilla are already surfacing." Mayer points out that suspected racism, harassment and image manipulation are not checked within the institution. Left alone, they have the power to disintegrate belief in the idea of a hereditary head of state. The extreme reaction and likely concocted outrage when Meghan mimicked a curtsy in the Netflix documentary is case in point, Mayer said. In fact, there is a competition among palace staff as to who can sink the deepest without falling over. So she wasn't that disrespectful. He was right. Mayer says part of the blame lies with the layers of secrecy and obfuscation that surround the royal family and encourage misunderstanding. He was meant to be an idealized reflection of the British people themselves, and Harry's marriage to Meghan has made that job a lot easier, he said. The failure of this project is absolutely disastrous for the royal family. Adding to the emotional impact of the new book, Harry Bradby recounts his numbness after the sudden death of his mother Diana, Princess of Wales in 1997. "I cried once at the funeral, and I'm leaving in detail about how strange it was and how there was indeed some guilt I felt, and I believe William felt as well walking outside Kensington Palace. Everyone thought and felt that he was our mother and the two closest people she knew, the two people she loved the most, couldn't show any emotions at that moment." Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our amazing news about the royal family.